Hello, welcome to yoga class. This is Lindsay McDougall. I'm so glad you're back here to join me today. For today's session, we will need a block and a blanket for padding or extra support. And we'll start on our backs and take with you also a strap. If you don't have a strap like this, you can always use a towel or something that you can grab on both ends. So we're going to start on our backs in the Shavasana and then move into some leg stretches. So find a comfortable position on your mat. Let's just get centered. I like to start class on the ground because it just helps us to get grounded, helps us to relax our mind, kind of changes our body posture, our body position, so that we can more easily get into the body. You know, when it's just sitting and standing every day, it's a little more reminiscent of our normal everyday life, and we really want yoga to break the mold so that we can become more present in our bodies. So in that essence of presence and intention, begin to take some deep breaths here. Maybe place one hand on the abdomen, letting the abdomen rise and fall with inhale and exhale. Really letting the breath move down into the lower abdomen versus in just the upper chest or mid-chest. And relaxing the jaw and the eyes, really sinking the back of the head into the ground, kind of sinking away from whatever work or computer activity we're doing, just letting that all pull back into the back body. Feeling this as if we're arriving here for the first time. Connecting in again. Good. Just take another few breaths here. Coming with an intention today. I would invite you, as a part of your intention, to be present in this moment in the body right now. And on your last exhale, bend the left knee and the right knee and give the knees a hug and rock side to side, just massaging back a little bit. And then place the right leg long and then have your block nearby. And we're going to put our block about arm's width away from the mat. And we're going to grab my strap and take one end and the other end, or if you already have an existing loop, what's good is to wrap that loop on the outer ankle and then be grabbing both ends of the strap on the inside of the ankle. So it's a little bit of a nuanced way. Instead of doing it on the ball of the foot, it's on the heel of the foot. So with both ends on the inside of the ankle and that wrap around the outside, I'm going to press my right leg down, pull the abdomen in, wrap the left hip down, and then open my left leg out to the side, heel facing the ceiling, toes pointing down. You're going to bring that left leg out until the foot comes to the the quad, or if you're super bendy, the shin comes to the top of the block here. So the block is nice as a added prop. And then press into that straight leg, the right leg. Pull the abdomen in and reach the left heel away. The right arm can come out to the side. And breathe. Take big breaths here, really feeling that inner thigh, hamstring. And exhaling, bring it back. And then pull the strap towards the head and lift the head up to reach the head towards the toes. Some more engaged hamstring stretch here. And then exhale, release, bend the left knee. And switch sides. So bring that block over to the right side. Again, about arm's width away from the right hip. Left leg is long, right leg comes up. Wrap that strap on the outside of the ankle, grabbing both ends of the strap or towel on the inside of the ankle. And then first we start with our grounded leg, the left leg, as in all the warrior poses, etc. Engage the abdomen, wrap the right hip down, and then open the right heel away, toes pointing down, until your quad or your outer shin reaches the block. Left hand comes out, and we engage the breath, heels away. I'm noticing my left waist wants to come up, so really pull the left waist down, squaring the torso to the ceiling. Another few breaths here. Find that nice engagement where you're breathing evenly and slow, but you're also feeling the muscles start to become more adapted to the pose. And exhale, pull the right leg up, grab both hands to the strap or the towel. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, pull the toes towards the head towards the toes. A little bit of engagement here. Left leg is strong. Feel that hamstring. And then exhale, coming down. And then place the strap on the side. And let's turn over into a tabletop position. And knees under hips. Such a great starting pose to just lubricate the spine. Inhale, elbows back, chest forward, lift the hips. Exhale, engage the abs, press the floor away, hips drop. Inhale, see if you can take it a little farther. Use the eyes to go up between the brow towards the ceiling. Arch. And exhale, gaze at the navel, press the floor away. Back ribs wide. One more time like this. And exhaling. And then place the arms out another half foot, tuck the toes under, lift the hips, come into your down dog. Pressing back, wide shoulders, heels down, alternating heels. Let's take a sort of walking the dog, right knee bends, left heel long. Right foot right heel back, left knee bends. And then lift both heels. Press into the thumb and forefinger of the hand. Lift the sits bones. Reach the collarbone and the back towards the hips. And then exhale, heels away. Drop the head. Roll those outer shoulders down. Engage the core. Find your steady down dog. Mind, body, and spirit. And then inhale, let's come into a plank pose. Hold your plank, drop to elbows, heels back. Let's engage the core, look forward, heads of the shoulders back, abdomen in, side ribs, side waist, top of the pelvis, reaching towards the ankles. Inner thighs lift. Let's hold this for another 10. Breathing, lengthening the front body. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, beautiful, and 1. Slowly lower the abdomen. Place palms face down. Lift the chest. Roll the shoulder heads back. Lift the right leg and lengthen it. Left leg and lengthen it. Feet together. Inhale, pull the floor towards the abdomen as you reach the chest forward for this Sphinx pose. And then exhale, press into those hands and press the floor away, coming into a low cobra here. Tailbone is down. Pubis is lifting, abdomen lengthening. And then exhale, let's come back to our down dog. You can place your hands at either side of your waist, tuck toes under, elbows in, lift the hips, and press back. Good. Finding your down dog here, take a nice long inhale. Exhaling, look forward. Reach your right leg back, and then come forward to a low lunge. Look forward. Linger here with the left heel reaching. Lift the abdomen, and then with the tail tucked under, we're going to reach our arms forward in this low lunge. Sweep the arms by the ears. So a sort of a crescent, low crescent with the arms by the ears. And then notice if the right hip's coming out to the right. Lift the left hip. Pull the right in towards the left ankle. The left ball of the foot back. Tuck the chin. Breathing. Let's see if we can get a little longer on this last breath. Good, and exhale, hands down. Reach the left leg forward. Inhale, half back. Inner thighs back. And exhale, forward fold. Pull the kneecaps up, tuck the chin. Nice, and inhale, let's sweep the arms up. A little bend to the knees. Reach, reach, reach. And exhale, hands to heart center. And we'll take this to the other side. Inhale, sweeping up, gathering everything in. Exhale, releasing it down. Inhale, lengthening the spine, kneecaps up. Exhale, strong core, place the hands, right foot back. Look up, look forward. Let's take this into a vinyasa. Place both hands down. You can do chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Wrists under elbows. Strong core, wide collarbone. Exhaling back to our down dog. Torso reaches away from the shoulder girdle. Inner thighs back. Abdomen in, hips away. Are you weighted evenly on both sides? Hands are even. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, sweep it forward to the left wrist. Hands are down, find your center, heels back. Pull the abdomen in, wrap the left hamstring towards the back ball of the foot. And then on your next inhale, pull the arms up by the ears and take a nice long, low crescent here. So notice whether the right hip is kind of sinking, so lift that right hip, and then use that power to isometrically pull a left glute underneath for even hips. Let's take a nice long breath here, get longer in the chest and back. And exhale, coming down. Lost my balance there, right foot forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, ankles, knees together, coming all the way up. Reach the chest towards the sky. And exhale down. Good. Let's take a tree pose here. So, grounding into the left leg, lift the chest, bend the right knee, and then place the heel either on your calf, or if you have trouble with balance, on the ankle. If you're habituated or you have good balance, bring that heel up towards the groin. And then hands at heart center, drop the tailbone, drop the outer right hip, lift the chest, lift the back of the head. When you feel steady, you can open up the arms in a low crescent or high crescent, looking up at the thumbs. Again, breathing from the abdomen. Really rolling those shoulders down the back, and then keeping those low ribs engaged with the core, the kidneys, and the standing legs. See if you get longer for this last breath. Good, and exhaling down. Let's bring that right ankle on top of the left thigh. And then hand comes to the foot and knee. And then we'll come into a chair here, so you'll feel that stretch on the outer right hip. Chest is forward. And then if you have the balance, you can start to bend over that right leg. Maybe the right hand comes down, left hand at the sole of the foot. Maybe the left hand comes down, tucking the chin, straightening the left leg. If you want to take this to another level, you can bring the heel more into the groin crease and work the pose like that. So it's just a little bit of a bigger bend. Feel the stretch. Left hip back. See if you can breathe into lengthening the chest. Back of the neck is relaxed. And then gently bend that left leg. Look up. See if you can bring your hands to heart center as you come balanced again into your tree. And then exhale, bring the right leg down. Good. Shake it out. Maybe you take a clasp behind the hips. Reach the chest forward. Good, just a little reset there. Then come into your Tadasana, your mountain pose. Left knee bends. Bring it to tree pose. So again, balance comes to the ankle, inner calf, or up to the groin and the inner thigh. Hands to heart center, pull in the abdomen, lift the chest, left hip and tailbone are tucked down. Lengthen the back of the head. And once you feel you have that nice long spine, open up the arms to a low crescent, and you can stay here with the arms like this. Or if you feel to bring them up to the ceiling, pointing towards the sky, and you want to look up towards those thumbs. Again, the power is in the abdomen, in the standing leg, and from the low back. Get a little longer with this last breath. Good. And exhale, come down to heart center. And then before you let go, take that ankle and then place it on top of the right thigh. And then right hand comes to the sole of the foot, left hand on the knee. Lift the chest, bending the right leg into chair. Maybe you stay in this posture, or as you come forward, bending over the left leg, the left hand comes down, the right hand. And if you took that variation on the other side with the heel on the abdomen, top of the foot in the groin crease, you can go ahead and take that, slowly straightening the right standing leg, dropping the head, pressing the inner thigh back. I like to keep a little micro bend so I have that tension going to release my low back more. It's really nice. And then inhale, look up, bend the right knee slightly, and then using your balance, coming back up with the hands at the heart. Take a deep breath, and exhale, left foot follows. So shake it out, roll your ankles one way and the other way. Let's take the clasp with the fingers in the strange way, where it feels kind of funky. Thumbs down the sacrum, lift the chest, roll the shoulder heads back, back of the neck long. Good, and exhale, coming forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, place the hands. Let's take a vinyasa here. Plank, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, looking forward. Roll the shoulders back, wide collarbone. Press into the tops of the feet. Engage the quads. And then exhale, roll over the feet, coming into down dog. The right leg is coming back. And reach it forward to the right wrist. Let's come into warrior one here. Reach that back outer heel until you feel that stretch almost in the outer shin. And then let's take the left elbow underneath the right, coming into Gomukhasana, arms. So the palms touch, and then press the elbows and the tips of the fingers up as you lengthen the neck and shoulder blades come down. So find your warrior one with this arm variation. Again, that back leg is rotated internally. Bend the right leg. Engage the abdomen. So these poses are hard. You don't need to be constantly moving to get a sweat worked up. So find that edge for yourself. And then let's inhale, open it up to a warrior two. Let those arms be free, nice long stance here. Bend that right leg. Lift the chest, free the heart. And then inhale, reverse. You can look down at the left ankle or underneath the right bicep. And then exhale, let's come into our side angle pose. So tuck the left heel in a bit. And left arm comes horizontally by the ear. Tuck the right hip under, bend that right knee. And then let's lift the right arm by the ear as well. Coming into more of an active side angle. And then see if you can reach a little further and bend a little bit deeper. Rotate the left shoulder towards the ceiling. Good. And exhale. Take the vinyasa here. Elbows in, look forward. Open chest. And downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, come forward to plank. Let's take Vashisthasana on the left side, rolling over to the left outer heel, right arm up. And just like we did in tree, you can bring your foot to your calf, pressing the hips up, or full tree inside the groin. This is too much. You can always bring that right foot down halfway up your mat. So find your Vashisthasana variation here. And exhale, coming through to vinyasa here. And coming back. Do this on the other side. Sinking those heels. Low ribs in. Neck and head soft. Good. Inhale the left leg up. Sweep it forward to the left wrist, right heel down. Let's find our warrior one stance. Back heel, outer heel is really reaching. So you feel that stretch in the outer shin. And then let's prep our arms. So bring the right arm under, left elbow on top, and then pull those palms together at the center of the chest. Bend that left knee. Lift the elbows. Lengthen both sides of the neck. And you can see how this arm variation really engages the core and changes the dimensions of this posture. So stay with that. Keep the core engaged. See if you can lift the elbows higher and bend the left knee lower. Good. Isometrically wrapping the obliques towards the left knee. And then let's open that up wide, nice arms into warrior two. Lifting the chest, bending the knee even more so that it's perpendicular. And then reverse it, the left arm by the ear. I like to wrap my right arm behind. Reverse warrior. And exhaling, pivoting. I'm going to pull my left foot in a little bit as I come into side angle. Right arm comes by the ear. And then left arm comes by the ear. And then we're using our core, engaging our low abdomen, tucking the tail to the back heel, and rotating the chest. So I'm noticing my left leg super heavy. So I want to bring that weight into the back right leg. See if you can get lower and longer. Take another breath here, calm the mind, calm the breath. And exhaling, take a vinyasa. Left leg back, strong legs, lifted knees, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Take one long breath here. And inhaling, coming forward to plank pose. And then Vashisthasana on the right side. So stacking the heels, pivoting to the right side. Left arm comes up. You can stay like this for a challenge, or take the side, what you did on the last side. Or if you have trouble with this pose, just use the left leg to help you to prop the hips up. So wherever you are in this pose, we really want to almost imagine like it's a down dog on the side, so the hips are really hiking up and back. Good. Last breath here. And exhaling, take the vinyasa. Inhale the right leg back, sweep it forward to the right wrist, and then walk your hands out towards the middle of your mat on the left, right foot comes in. Take a wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, hands are touching the ground, lift and lengthen the chest, and then exhale, bend over, bringing the hands inside that midline of the inner arches, and then pressing the heels of the hand forward towards your head as you bring the top of your head down. So I'm going to widen my feet slightly. Inner toe mounds are in, so the outer edges are parallel, and then my head can reach the mat in a tripod. Take a few breaths here, really rolling the inner thighs back and up. Just noticing any discrepancies between one leg and the other. Try and weight your feet evenly. And lift the sits bones. Lift the shoulders up. So don't let the shoulders just crunch up by the ears. Really lift those shoulders up the back. Good. And inhale, halfway. Place the hands under the chest. And then heels in. Let's come into Malasana. So heel toe your feet in a bit. And Malasana, folks, for those of you who know you like a blanket under your heels, we're going to come into a squat here. So my heels come down, so I'm bringing my heels about hip width, elbows on the inner knees, thumbs at my heart. If your heels don't come all the way down, you can take a blanket and roll it or half it so that your heels come to the blanket, like so. And then if you need additional support, you can always take a block under your sits bones. But I actually prefer that you really try using the inner thighs and the elbows to pull your spine up and out of the pelvis. So it's a really nice dynamic move that we find in pigeon prep, in our splits work that we did last week. So finding our Malasana, lift the chest, elbows to knees, and then knees also to elbows. Ooh. So when I squeezed my knees to elbows, something just happened in my back. That was pretty cool. So it's a dynamic. Good. And then hands to the ground. Let's move into our crow, into our Bakasana, sorry. So elbows are sorry, knees are going to come to the, I'll demonstrate this from the side. So with our hands kind of a little bit wider, on the mat, so our pinkies are at the mat's edge, come to your tippy toes, and then knees, keeping your seat up, knees are going to come to the triceps. And then you're going to lean forward, pulling the knees in, engaging the core, lifting the hips. Maybe one toe comes up, two toes come up to touch, and you're in crow. So touch the tips of your toes, pull the abdomen in, squeeze the knees around the arms. Another breath here. And exhale, you can shoot back to your, I actually turned on my mat. I realize you guys are in the center. So come back to Malasana and then make your way to your Vinyasa. Plank pose. And upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Good. Find your down dog here. And inhale the right leg long. And let's open that hip up to wild thing. So if you rotate on the standing leg to drop your right foot behind you, come to wild thing with the left leg straight, arm reaching towards the front of the room, or you can bend the feet so they're parallel and both knees are bent, lifting the hips. Whichever wild thing you have, lift the hips, press into the heels, reach the heart away. Even if it's a millimeter in your brain, just imagining the heart reaching towards the front of the room. And then exhale, pivot on that left foot. Drop the right hand, three-legged dog. And then exhale, pull the right knee in to the elbow. And then come to the instep of the left leg. Shoot the right leg out to the right side, to the left side. And then if you can grab the outer edge of the foot here. So Vashisthasana variation. If this is too much, obviously you can just hold the foot there, pulling the groin in, tucking the tail, or dropping the heel and still pulling the hips up. So whether you're hovering, take another breath, you have the bind. Exhale, pull the knee in, three-legged dog. And then let's take a three-legged vinyasa here. So lifting that right leg, lowering down. Inhale, upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Place the right leg down. Okay, we're almost making our way to the floor pose. This is the last one. Inhale the left leg long. Open up that hip, bend the knee, then pivot that right outer heel down, place the left foot behind you, lift the hips, coming into your wild thing here. Maybe you bend the right foot to parallel the left, and again lifting the hips in this back bend, reaching the heart towards the fingertips and beyond. Relax the head and neck, breathing. And exhale, rotate that right foot back, left hand down, left leg lifts, three-legged dog, square hips. Exhale, pull the knee into the left elbow, go into instep of the right foot, shoot the left foot out, right hand up. Hover, using the groin strength, inner thigh strength. You can grab the pinky toe of the foot and press the heel away. Either way, we want the hips. You have your heel on the ground. We still want the hips to be raising and core engaged and breath is soft. Last breath. Exhale, pull that knee in. Three-legged dog, square hips. Three-legged chaturanga. Lowering down. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. And lowering the left leg. Good. So we're going to come to Karmasana, frog pose. So let's take a child's pose before we come there. So knees wide, drop the hips, drop the forehead to the mat. You can drop elbows if you like, or keep active arms, whichever one you take. You're still rolling the biceps towards the ceiling with the thumb and forefinger engaged. Gripping the mat, wide palms, biceps up. And slow the breath down here. Inhale, coming into down dog. Lifting the hips. And then exhale. I'm not going to do a great job of this, but I want us to bend and then hop our feet wider than our mat. So, let's see. So with the knees bent, hop to the mat, and then, I did a bad job teaching that. Just come seated, okay, with wide legs in like a little less than a 45-degree angle. So we're going to come to a forward fold here, and then we're going to bring the palms face down, underneath, elbows underneath our knees, and reaching the palms wide, and then pressing the knees down, heels away. And this will be a hamstring stretch, a low back stretch. So walk the hands a little bit underneath the calves, so they're almost diagonally outside of the left and right heel. And then just press the calves onto the forearm, pressing the sits bones away and then dropping the head. So I'm feeling a nice stretch in my low back, in my tricep, bicep. And again, heels are away. You can keep active toes here. Feels quite nice, actually. See if you can drop the forehead a little bit lower and then get deeper into that low back stretch. So the sits bones are kind of pressing down and back. Ooh. Nice. New one. Haven't taught that one in a moment. And gently just walking the hands back to center, lifting the chest. Just take a moment here. And then grab hands inside the knees, pull the heels in to cobbler pose. and grab the feet, open up the feet, and make sure the line that you're seeing in the feet lines up with the perineum, the center of the pubic bone. I know sometimes I had an Iyengar teacher tell me that where my heels lined up, where the outer edges of my feet were just slightly off, like half an inch from the center of my groin. So that was a big aha moment. So knees down. If you feel this is a little too much on the groin, you can always prop your knees up with a pillow, blanket, or block. And then let's inhale, elbows in towards the waist, open chest, collarbone wide, and then let's take that into a forward fold. Sits bones back, and reach the chest forward. So try not to hunch in this posture, because we just did a pose that kind of got into that back stretch and more of a curved C curve. So try doing the cow posture, not the Halloween cat in tabletop, but the cow where we're reaching the chest forward, elbows back, hips up. And see how far you go. Maybe your tummy reaches the instep of your feet, maybe not. Just feel how nice this feels. Good. And exhaling, coming back up to standing. And then let's pull the knees in and then come to cow face pose. So I'm going to bring my right knee on top of my left knee and then wiggle my outer foot back by my hips. Okay. And then again, those Gomukhasana arms. So take the left elbow underneath the right and then lift the elbows. And then come into a forward bend. Reaching the elbows over the knees, tucking the chin. I'm noticing my right hip wants to come up, so really see if you can just gently coax the right hip down so it gets into that stretch. And inhaling, coming up. Unwind the arms. Sit back and then switch sides. So right knee under, left knee over. And then heel toe as far back the left foot as you can towards your right hip until you feel that nice stretch in the left psoas outer hip area. And then we'll take the right arm under, left elbow over, palms to touch, lift the elbows, and exhale, forward fold. Bring the elbows further than the knees. Tuck the chin. And again, just play with the left hip coming down. Opening up both hips. Inner groins back. How's the breath here? Good. Inhaling, coming up, unwind. And let's take the heels wide and bring the left heel in, preparing for Janu Shirshasana. So you can bring that left heel to the groin. If you need a block under your knee, that's fine. And we'll take the side bend, but first let's twist over to the left side over this left knee. as far as you can. So left hand kind of behind you, look to the left, look behind you, lift the chest, ground the right leg, and then barely come out, take the right hand to the outside of the right foot, and then left arm comes up and over, Vashisthasana. So to get deeper in this, you can bring the right elbow inside the right leg, and then the left hand grabs outside of the foot. Right hand grabs inside of the foot, and then it's a twisted side bend here. Or just simply grabbing the right outside of the foot and making that side bend work for you. I kind of like that the left hip can come up here, because then it feels a little more juicy, a little more open on the left pelvis area. Roll the shoulder open, lengthen the breath, and then exhale, unwind, take a look at that right foot, release the hands, and walk the torso back upright. Good. Let's switch sides, left leg long, right heel in. And take the hands over to the right. Right hand kind of behind the sacrum. Left hand pressing, pulling the right shoulder open, looking over that right shoulder. And then press the left leg down. So engaging with the left leg kind of helps that the obliques rotate a little bit more. The obliques are the muscles that are on the side body. There's internal obliques and external obliques. Good. So we're looking over towards that right side. Let's keep that posture as we hinge over to the left. Left hand can come grab the inside of the foot or the outside if you're just taking your right hand over. If you're grabbing the inside, the right hand comes over to grab the pinky toe, and then you're twisting the chest open. So engage the leg, big toe mound away. I've got my left elbow inside my calf. And then using the abdomen to rotate the shoulder open, pressing into the left leg and kind of seeing how we can open up that left hip and stretch that left side. I'm feeling a really nice stretch from my obliques around my pelvis. The crest of my pelvis kind of going up. So it's really nice. Just make this breath nice and easy. See if you can lengthen the chest. And last breath. Exhaling. Unwind, look at that left foot. Drop the hands, walk here, torso upright. Good. And then bend the knees and let's roll onto our backs here. Grabbing the knees, giving yourselves a hug, just rocking side to side. Feeling the effects of our practice already, just feeling so grateful for the work we've done. And then press the heels down, knees up. We'll take a couple bridges here to prepare. So tuck the shoulders underneath, heels down, lift the hips, tuck the tailbone to the knees, and then you can grab the fingertips under the sacrum into a clasp, rolling the upper shoulders under even more as you press the hips up. Or if you want to pin those fingertips under the heels, again, we're just lifting. Let's lift all together, hips up, tailbone tucked, quads engaged, abdomen long. And then releasing the neck and head, bringing the weight into the tops of the shoulders. Notice what this does to the ribs, to the abs, to the quads. And exhale, rolling down. Take a break, windshield wiper the knees, or let the legs come straight out and just move it out. Inhale, the heels back. Let's take another bridge here. Press the heels, tuck the tail. Take the clasp the weird way, if you took it on the first side. Or if you want to bring the palms of your hands under your heels. Again, press into the heels, lift the hips higher, open the chest. Just bring that weight into the heels and the shoulders evenly. So wow, when I think about that, some funky stuff happens to my right ribs. So just evening out the ribs there. And exhale, rolling down. And take the legs out long. Windshield wiper the knees. We'll take a happy baby here. So grabbing the outer edges of the feet and pulling the knees in towards the armpits, pressing the tailbone down. And then you can play with your happy baby, maybe opening one leg or the other, both legs. Pulling the knees down strongly to the mat. Find that happy baby in yourself. A child of God, a child of the universe. And exhaling. Make your way to your Shavasana. So make this cozy for yourself. It should be a natural bend curve to the low back. So the sits bones are grounded. The legs are off to the side, just open, free. The breath is soft. Just notice how the body feels, feeling that prana and vitality. Thinking of what you're grateful for right now. And beginning to relax everything from the top of the head, back of the head, the eyes, the cheeks and sides of the mouth, jaw, the neck. Deeply releasing the neck and shoulders, the thyroid and the neck, which sends the body the messages it needs to deal and cope with stress and resting and digesting. So ask your thyroid to rest and digest this process, this yoga asana. Taking deep breaths into the heart center. Relaxing down the side waist, hips, the viscera and the abdomen, and tops of the thighs, outer thighs, knees, backs of the legs, ankles and feet. Palms and wrists. Again, the shoulders, upper arms, and into the heart again. Peaceful, so peaceful. Just letting yourself flow into the waves of relaxation, peace, comfort, love, deep serenity, deep wisdom in the body. Staying here for many more minutes as you need. It's such an honor to serve you with yoga in this way. Namaste.